At 12 in our special weather coverage, as you know, rain moved in Tuesday afternoon, brought flooding and lots of cooler temperatures. We're going to start out in the Desert Hills area. Take a look at your screen right now. This is north of the Carefree Highway. You saw that minivan that thought better of moving into that water, but this truck, he was thinking about it and he moved through that water. But you know what? Authorities are telling us, folks, don't take the chance. If you see water and you can't see the road, that's basically your ticket not to go through there. All right, well, I'm going to take you live onto Sky 12 right now. This is a live look right now, looking south towards downtown Phoenix. Oh, it looks like we lost the chopper there, but again, we got it? Okay. This is I-17 on Greenway. This is an ADOT camera. You can see all the flooding there. Look at all the cars that are stuck in this area from this strong storm system that moved through Tuesday afternoon and continues at this hour. I want to talk a little bit about some of the power outages that we've had. Right now, APS is reporting about 700 power outages, half of those in the Litchfield area in the West Valley. Old Town Scottsdale has about 300 of those as well, so about 700 in total. But thanks for joining us on our social media platforms. I'm Mike Gonzalez on 12 at 12 in for Tram My this afternoon, but the rain hit heavy and hard yesterday afternoon. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Crystal Henderson for the very latest on what's happening out there. Crystal?
More showers and thunderstorms are flaring up, and right now some of those are shoving their way through the valley, especially the West Valley. We've got a burst of rain here near downtown, more raindrops stretching from Phoenix towards North Scottsdale, Fountain Hills, but Avondale, Buckeye also caught in the crosshairs of additional rounds of rain. This is the storm that's had spunk so far right around this lunchtime hour, zooming in a bullseye of heavier rain and throwing in a lot of lightning strikes with this as well. Right over Bell Road here near Surprise, Sun City, El Mirage, and Peoria. You likely heard those claps of thunder. Zooming things out, we've got more showers and storms beginning to show themselves on radar and lining up to take aim at us. So this is an on and off hit and miss shower and storm deal the rest of the day. Plus, we have a swath of showers over the Globe area, north of Payson through Sedona, Black Canyon City. Everybody, it's fair game to see those drops flung from the sky throughout the day today. And the main threat is going to continue to be flash flooding. So we have some super soaking heavy duty storms and showers at times that are putting out a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And that's why we're ending up with all of those flooded roadways. Lightning and winds also a moderate concern for us today. Blowing dust and hail, also a possibility that we have to keep an eye on. Back to you for now.
All right, Crystal, thanks so much. Okay, I want to give you another live shot. This is on our roof cam, and you can just see how strongly those winds are whipping right now as this rain continues to hit the valley. All right, we do want to go out to, where are we going to go, guys? Erica Stapleton? Okay, we're going to go out to Glendale to Erica Stapleton, who is standing live at Bicentennial High School, where they actually had to close 3 schools in that district, Erica, because of the rain and a lot of the power issues. What's the latest right now?
Hey, Mike, we are actually live outside of Bicentennial Elementary School, and it's one of 3 that had to close in the district. The other 2 are Jack and Mensendick. I'll give you a look out of the way here. Actually, funnily enough, the billboard sign is actually still working, but the electricity inside the school, not so much. A communications director for the district actually came out and told us that the electricity flowing has been on and off inside, so for the safety of the students, they decided to close down early. Now, this was actually a scheduled half day for students at these schools, so parents were expecting to have their kids out around 12:15, so they did end up getting out a little earlier than that, but again, it was not a regularly scheduled or a fully scheduled school day. But what we know at this point in time is that the electricity in the schools that were impacted is not coming all the way through, and it's affecting things like the fire alarms, which of course you want to have working, also the cafeteria, so the kids wouldn't be able to get the food that would be cooked, and also smart boards. So learning in the classroom also impacted by lack of electricity. They said that their provider is SRP, and it's not exactly clear what the issue is, but they believe it is related to the storms, and it's not clear when the issue might be fixed. Last check with that public information officer for the district, he told us that they weren't sure what was going to happen, but again, they did want to make sure the kids were sent home for their own safety inside as they work out the issues there. Now, parents, we are told told that they were sent out a robocall, an automated message, and then also the Glendale elementary schools put it on their social media to alert parents to come and pick up their kids. They said they were able to take students who weren't able to be picked up right away to a safer location that did have electricity where parents could pick them up, and they were able to provide a bagged lunch because they couldn't get into the cafeteria to get the hot food. So that's the latest out here in Glendale. We'll be staying on top of this situation. For now, Erica Stapleton reporting for 12 News. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Erica, still seems like there's a lot of questions to be answered. Thanks so much for that update. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. Want to take another live look at Sky 12 right now as those winds continue to whip across the valley. Okay, we're going to go out to Matt Uris. We're having a few issues with Sky 12. Matt's in North Phoenix near 7th Avenue and Greenway, where there's been a lot of flooding in that area. Matt, what's the situation right now out there?
Quite rainy, Mike, quite rainy. To give our viewers another landmark to exactly where we are, immediately to my right is Moon Valley Park. You can see behind me where the water's just ripping through this intersection here. I've been talking to locals most of the morning. They tell me this is a really common occurrence when the rain comes down at any material level. What you're looking at here can be reasonably described as kind of a splintering off of Cave Creek, and the locals tell me that it comes down a mountain range due east. This water, if you look on a map, it's Lookout Mountain Preserve. It just kind of builds up through the creek and ultimately rips through the water, as you can see here. You can see now that the road has been blocked off on both sides, the area immediately in front of us and then across the way. Earlier in the day, cars were taking their shots, some of them coming across. Others did kind of heed that common wisdom and play it safe and turn around. To give you some perspective of how quick this can rise and then drop again, where that yellow fire hydrant is, around 10:30 this morning, the water was about 10 feet past that. Within 45 minutes or so of that, it rose another 20-25 feet, probably edging close to the long silver traffic light there. Beyond that, you'll also notice poles that block that intersection going east across the road. A local told me that when it's really, really raining, the water will get to the very top of those right at that red area there or so before ultimately receding. So a real common problem for the residents here. Spoke to one woman who found it kind of frustrating. Same with another man, always kind of having to take a detour whenever it rains. But this is like a number of spots in the valley this afternoon. So again, want to caution our viewers to make sure that they're playing it safe. Again, always better to be safe than sorry. For now, Mike, back to you in that dry studio.
All right, man, I'm feeling for you right now. Thanks a lot. That's Matt Uris reporting live for us in North Phoenix, where you saw some of that flooding. He was over at 7th Avenue and Greenway. We appreciate that update. Okay, we're going to head up to the North Country right now. We're going to check in with Colleen Sikora, who's in Flagstaff, and we know that there's some snow expected up that way. What are you seeing right now?
Well, no snow just yet. A lot of rain, though, this morning. We actually have a little bit of a reprieve right now, but still making the streets a little bit wet. We've had kind of rain on and off all morning, a little bit of sprinkles, a little bit of nothing around. Then we're just all patiently waiting on that snow to go ahead and make the changeover. But so far, been a wet morning here in Flagstaff. The big concern now for city crews is ice developing when temperatures drop, and with ice comes slick roads. So this is your reminder to take it slow when the snow does hit. And the city has crews on standby to go and tackle snows. It's expected to start falling this evening and overnight. They're preparing plows, so they're ready when it comes. But as you can see, though, clouds are hanging out here in Flagstaff, covering up the peaks this dreary, cold day up here in Flagstaff. We'll be continuing to monitor conditions, especially looking for that changeover to snow. We're expecting that early this evening and overnight. We'll send it back to you.
All right, the calm before the storm. That is Colleen Sikora up in Flagstaff for us. Let's take another live look outside the 12 News studios. And as this rain continues to fall, just got a new report out at Sky Harbor. They've had up to a ½ an inch out there as it continues to fall across the valley. But again, take a live look at the flags that are just really furling out there because of these winds. All right, let's check back in with Crystal Henderson, who's got another update on her forecast. Crystal?
Yeah, that potent storm still in progress near Surprise. It threw out about a dozen lightning strikes recently, so there is an aviation weather warning for the Deer Valley Airport because of the lightning strikes in the area. Plus, we've got a burst of rain knocking on the doorstep of Avondale right now, plus some more showers working their way through Phoenix, North Scottsdale, and Look at that in the corner of your screen, even more on the way. So we're going to be adding to all of these rainfall totals I'm about to show you. Candy, one of our 12 News weather watchers in Fountain Hills, reporting nearly an inch at her house. And are you ready for it? I just updated these numbers. More than an inch in Surprise in Sun City, 3/4 of an inch in Goodyear. We're an inch and a tenth in Avondale. Phoenix at 0.57. We are less than a tenth of an inch away from meeting the mark that we totaled up for the entirety of monsoon 2019 in about 12 hours. So less than 24 hours, we have seen almost as much rain as we did over the entire stretch of monsoon 2019. That's just, if that says it, plus many other locations far surpassing that. We've got Gilbert, 0.87, that same number for Mesa, nearly an inch in Queen Creek, and we're over an inch in Apache Junction and Gold Canyon, and add a plus sign to all of those numbers. Plus these, it's been strictly rain at the onset because snow levels have been way at the tippy tops of those mountains. So a little more than 3/4 of an inch for Flagstaff. Hang in there, the snow is coming. I'm going to detail that next. Nearly 1/2 of an inch in Prescott, Payson more than 2 inches, and we're starting to pick up some nice totals in Show Low there at 0.64, about 3/4 of an inch in Kingman. Lake Havasu, by the way, more than an inch, most of that falling last night. And as you saw those flags whipping in the winds, those storms and showers are putting out some bursts of wind. So 22 miles an hour in Deer Valley right now, 18 in Glendale, 21 Ahwatukee. Over towards the East Valley, 13 miles an hour in Gilbert. Queen Creek, 16 miles an hour. At the moment, we've seen some gusts, though, pop around 40. The bigger picture, Show Low, 37, Greer, 22, Window Rock, 25, and some other gusty winds in Kingman and Prescott right at 26 miles an hour. And how about the dramatic drop on the thermometer in comparison to 24 hours ago? It feels nearly 20 degrees cooler in Show Low right now and nearly 10 degrees cooler than this same time yesterday in the valley. Let's roll through FUTURECAST, the latest model we're running in-house to see what's up here in the next 24 to 48 hours. So we roll through this clock and you can see more showers and storms streaming in here, and it continues through the overnight. Notice we've got more snow coming into the picture in the overnight. That's because snow levels right now at 8,000, dropping to 6,000 overnight, and we've got a swath of snow being pasted in the higher terrain. We'll continue to see those snowflakes swirl from Flagstaff to the White Mountains throughout the day tomorrow, with hit and miss on and off showers and thunderstorms throughout the day across the state, including the Valley, before the storm system has left the building by Friday. We'll probably start off the morning with a last-minute drop of rain and some fog, and then it is out of here. We're sending it packing. Snow levels right now, 8,000 feet. By this evening, 6,500, and then they'll crash all the way down to 6,000 feet overnight tonight. And this is what we think the footprint will look like on the map once we have seen the last flake fly. This could mean nearly 2 feet of snow for our ski resorts. Fantastic timing, Mother Nature, with the opening of Arizona Snow Bowl this Friday. Up to a foot for Alpine and Forest Lakes. We could see 5 to 9 inches at North Rim, maybe 4 to 8 for Jacob Lake and Flagstaff. Several inches at Pine Top Lakeside. We'll keep going. More white stuff to love at the Grand Canyon, 2 to 4 and a few inches possible at Heber Overguard. So the next 48 hours is the time to be keeping your eye to the sky. This is very much a front-loaded forecast where all the action is happening right now, and it's going to continue throughout tomorrow. The winds are strong today. We'll likely start off with some areas of fog tomorrow. We still have that threat of flash flooding. There is more than 5 million Arizonans at risk for flash flooding right now. Lightning, gusty winds, even hail could be in the picture. And by the way, did you notice tomorrow's high temperature of 63? That is the coolest high temperature for Phoenix since March 12th. Then we're going to bounce back from this rain and bring out the sun just in time for the weekend. Mike?
Oh, that'll feel nice, but in regards to all the weather, the National Weather Service just tweeting out within the last hour, Gila Bend has gotten more than 1/2 inch of rain. So heed the warnings, folks. This is some viewer video that was just sent to us out of the Tempe area. And Tempe is one of the areas that's been really hit hard. Again, flash flood warnings in that area all day long. So if you want to be a part of our Weather Watchers group, just search that on Facebook. We've got some great pictures there. It's a great way to keep informed across the region. So make sure that you join that group. We just request it, and we will allow you to get in that group. But take a look. Again, this is Tempe from a viewer. Okay, we're going to take a live look outside the 12 News studios now, looking towards the Arizona Center. But you can see it's kind of cloudy, rainy, just sort of a nasty day. Haven't gotten a whole lot of flooding here in the downtown area. It's been relatively good, but really the West Valley got pounded all night. I live out in the West Valley, and certainly coming into work today was slow going, and be extremely careful as you head out the door today. All right, you can keep it locked to 12 News. Make sure that you download the 12 News app. It's brand new. You can get pinpoint weather right to your doorstep. Once you put your address in there, you'll get breaking news alerts in terms of weather. So it's really the best source to keep up on all this flash flooding and the rain that's coming our way and across the high country as well that expects snow. All right, we want to thank you for joining us here on 12 at 12. I'm Mike Gonzalez in for Tram Mai. I'll see you again at 4 o'clock. Thanks so much. 12news.com, 24 hours a day.